we go.
What's this?
Like I'm always telling you, Vano, people in old country are more genuine. They treat each other with respect. If a man has something to say, he says it to your face. Politely. That is what... Russ.
Go away, Clegg. We're closed.
Oh, he is not here to gamble, Vano. Are you?
You're Otar?
I am Mr. Botkovelli, yes. And who are you?
I'm here on behalf of a concerned third party.
Oh, you hear that, Vano? Our guest is a very private person.
I found it pays to be cautious when you don't know exactly who you're dealing with.
That is true. But sometimes it can create problems which could have been avoided had they been more forthcoming. If neither man is willing to compromise, they cannot reach a satisfactory understanding.
I would like to avoid any misunderstandings.
Good. So in this case, since you already know my name, and no doubt other things about me, I think you owe me the same courtesy.
I'm with Interpol, but I'm not here to cause any trouble. Organized crime is someone else's department. I'm here to pick up the shipment you're withholding from Václav Koller.
Vano, look. The only honest policeman in Prague. Koller must want this item very much to send someone like you. But I will tell you what I told Koller. No, he cannot have the calibrator, and you can't either. Dealing with Augs is bad business. A point which some people in this organization have yet to understand.
Koller didn't send me. I volunteered after he explained his situation. Sounded like he can use a little help. The truth is, though, I'm doing this for me. I need some repairs done, and Koller needs the calibrator to do them.
You believe this man, Vano? Such commitment to honesty. But now I wonder about your commitment to other people. So tell me, Mr. Friendship, how far are you willing to go to help out a friend in need?
If someone needs my help, I give it. Any way I can.
It is like I am always telling him you can get a lot accomplished just by having a conversation. I will let you have the calibrator.
Thanks. And what's it gonna cost me?
Listen to the man, Vano. Even when he gets what he wants, he does not trust it. What shall we do with such a man? What will it cost? A favor.
What kind of favor?
Don't worry. I will let you know in due time. It won't be too painful. Not for you. What do you say? Do we have a deal, Mr.
Jensen, we have a deal.
Excellent. Upstairs in my office, you will find Koller's calibrator. I will be in touch.
Well, Ty se mi líbíš. Vysoký, tmavý, docela hezký. Udělám ti něco, co jinak dělám jen fajnovým zákazníkům. Levně.
Go on. You won Mr. Bocavelli over. Can kill us all. But do not think you have an ally for life. If that asshole
We are
comes
tolerating your presence here for now, but do not push your luck.
back, just so
If you go back on your word to Mr. Botcavelli, you will
You
be
have
sorry.
orders. Follow them.
Forget it. I'm not one of those sympathetic bartenders who will listen to your problems. I've got enough problems of my own. I don't want to hear about everyone else's.
Why are you still here? Upstairs, I said.
be ready when he calls on you. Patience is not his strong. Loyalty is a big thing for Mr. Bocavelli.
Я занят. А теперь нахуй пошел. Тебе здесь не место. Возвращайся в город големов. Брат, мне нужен отпуск.
Hurry up, asshole. How you feel is irrelevant. Cannot trust Oyobki. Just like junkies, they will fuck you over. Help themselves.
Causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical getting through.
Friends and favors are important.
Committed massive voter
Better
fraud
to
when they
use
rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president.
Not turning my back on that
Russia
Uyabok.
hacked combat drones attached to St. Petersburg.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Despite whatever praise
Nikoladze doesn't find out about this.
This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you live. So Picus, Ariel is constantly breaking massive storage capacity.
He has a guest.
At U.S. Security Council Resolution
Пойдешь потом в королеву?
3007,
Relax. It's not your problem.
Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly
What's
powerful,
next?
unlicensed
Молчи
documentation.
уже, ради бога.
Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated fog-only locations.
It's not white and black.
Where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning organizations. The voting
Access
organizations
granted.
have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have this escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap.
All right, Kohler. I've got your neuroplasticity calibrator.
That's great! I'm gonna pencil you in for that optimization procedure. Just as soon as I'm done with this house call.
What house call?
I got this other client, you know, doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Neither do I, Kohler. Call me when you're ready.
251 passengers aboard sister airlines flight 454.
What if I get some disease?
Passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Suggests that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the Ob incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when all guilty people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life.
Never expected to see Mr. Botcavelli and dream Lobo. We might this to kill us all.
What do you mean you think he'd make a better capo? Mr. Nicolazzi, he is a great man. This family, it is where it is because of him.
Of course.
But what do you expect? The Diwali family has lost a lot of respect in the last few years.
What do you know of anything?
Go away.
Best place to be is under the city, my friend. Homeless, whores, druggies. Even Augs end up here. Better than Golem City. There is a sort of community here, you know? Common cause. Misery loves company.
Just leave me alone.
I don't like you hanging around us.
Get the fuck out of my face, Og.
Whatever you think you heard me say about Radich, you are mistaken.
If Otar is happy letting you snoop around, that's good with me. But I don't have to talk to you.
Watch him closely.
This is why I wanted to be a cop.
Auky tady většinou vídám v noci, když je gangy vyženou z chudý čtvrti. Ale takový jako tebe ne. Ty seš určitě něco extra.
I'm sorry, but I can't have you standing too close to the checkpoint, especially since, well, you know.
Tady je
Nice
klid,
day, I need
přepínám.
that.
Celý oddělení je zkorupované.
Seems no matter how long or how much we work, we cannot manage to get ahead. Rents and taxes keep going up while our salaries stagnate or even drop.
Whatever you want, I can get. Cheap, high quality. Come on, I do not have all day. Other customers.
Skoro mi připadá, že
Já
jsme
bych
v
to
obou
normálně
sousákama.
nedělala, ale musím říct, že je strašný, jak s váma augmentovanejma zachází. Doufám, že Santova podpůrná iniciativa na tom něco změní. Kéž bych mohla udělat víc než jen tu.
Vážně jsme
Kdybychom z toho vyšechovali vládu, myslím, že Rabíjech by byl skvělý krok kupředu pro nás všechny. Nejen pro Augy. Podívejte, co se stalo, když Santovi sebrali útulek. Golem si.
nějak vyjádřili k tomu tvým povýšení?
You are sure these papers will get my friend past the checkpoints?
Absolutely. I paid for quality. A police sergeant even verified them for me. He said they were perfect.
Thanks. You don't know what this means. I've been dating him for 3 months, but he's restricted to Prakashka.
Wait. You're using these to fuck a clank? Give them back, or I'll tell the cops you have them. I hope you're happy. I was late for work today because of a delay at the checkpoint.
I'm in love with an... What can I say? His legs are polymer, but his heart is pure gold. There are all kinds of people with hidden augmentations concealing what they are. They haven't hurt anyone. Society's prejudices just don't make any sense.
You got to hand it to Nathaniel Brown. Even though his company is pro-Aug, Santo has managed to keep its excellent reputation. And his policy of hiring Aug laborers is genius.
Low-income Aug housing was a very lucrative business for a while. The Aug rights whiners didn't like it, of course, but who gives a shit? They do the work of 3 people, you pay them half as much, and they don't complain because they can't get work anywhere else. It's a no-brainer. It must depress you that cheap labor is the only job your kind can get anymore. Well, if you don't count sex work.
Have you ever considered working for Santo? I hear Rabia is a good place for you people. Maybe the last one left?
I think if I were augmented, I'd probably rob banks. You've got enhanced capabilities and everybody treats you like a criminal anyway.
Judging by your looks, I bet you're in security of some kind. Ex-bell tower? Never mind. I wouldn't expect you to admit it if you were.
Known as North Gate, leads through the remains of the fortification that surrounded Stare Mesto, more commonly known as the Old City. The wall itself was brought down in the 13th century, at least where it wasn't incorporated into the surrounding infrastructure.
That's all.
Prague has always taken pride in embracing progress, but also valuing the past. This plaza also offers a view of the river and the opposite bank, as well as the best view of one of the most distinctive buildings in Prague, the Palisades Blade. How is that for merging the old and the new?
It certainly is an interesting looking building.
Personally, I think it is one of the most distinctive buildings in the world. But being a native, I may be slightly biased. It certainly makes Bolzano Plaza a popular spot for visitors and locals.
I assume that statue is of the Bolzano?
Yes, Bolzano Plaza is named after Bernard Bolzano. More precisely, Bernard Placidus Johann Nepomuk Bolzano. Now that is a mouthful. Bolzano was an early 19th century philosopher and mathematician notable for his works The Theory of Science, The Paradoxes of the Infinite, the textbook of the science of religion, and a number of other treatises I haven't read. And don't worry, there will not be a test after the tour. Okay, have a look around. There are a number of interesting shops in the area. If you have any questions, ask, and don't wander too far. We'll continue the tour when you are all ready. Hello. I hope you're enjoying the... Oh, sorry. I thought you were with the tour. I should have known better. We don't get many augmented tourists anymore. Don't get many tourists at all since the terrorist attacks.
I always wanted to see Prague before I died. I'm going to do some sightseeing, and then that's it.
Are you from here? I just love this city. The history, the culture, just wonderful. Of course, I understand Prague has had its problems lately with, well, you know. But it is still a great city to visit.
Are you lost? Not many augmented come to the business district anymore. At least not during the day. I remember before the incident there were many augmented business people here.
Go on.
You want me to keep giving you updates every few minutes? Huh? Right here.
Co si o tom myslíš?
You can't keep your eyes off me, but eyes only, eh? Come tonight to the red light district, and we'll work something out.
Jestli to takhle půjde dál, turistický ruch půjde do kopru.
I know what you're thinking. It's probably really expensive, and it is, but it's the experience of a lifetime, friend.
Okay, I'll let you through. Next time.
Jen protože to říkali na pajtisu, to ještě
Customer, right? Over here. What you need? What do you want? Hypostims? Pick up a prescription? If you want Mikhail or the doctor, they're not here.
Who is Mikhail?
My nephew. He works here as an assistant, but he didn't show up for work today. His apartment is just across the street. Would it have killed him to let me know he can't come in?
Probably not. Especially since you seem like such an approachable boss.
Did you come here for something?
This place has a doctor?
Oh yes, Dr. Sipra, Mr. Big Shot from Tai Young, who thinks he's too good for a place like this.
Tai Young. What did he do for them?
He calls it experimental neurotherapy. If he's so good, how come his patient ran away and he can't find her?
What does an experimental neural therapist do exactly?
He is vague about it, and I don't care enough to ask. You want something else?
I'll be going.
Do what you want.
We're in bed with the Russians.
You are still deciding? Come back later.
I couldn't imagine what it's like to be augmented these days.
Families torn apart, losing jobs, having everything taken from you. It's awful.
I wish there was more we could do.
Are there any agencies around we could volunteer at or something? Maybe we can set up a relief fund.
I heard a bunch of
Welcome to a
runaways
brave
live
new
down in the
world.
sewers, formed their own little community.
That's just a rumor. It can't be real.
Who cares if it isn't? It's romantic. Unwanted misfits banding together and carving out a place for themselves.
Erica,
Keep it
you
out of
need
my
to grow
report.
up.
Hello? You're breaking up. I cannot hear a thing.
I found a sick kitten on the street once, but I just kept walking. Does that make me awful? Sometimes it keeps me up at night.
It's difficult to remain idealistic in this world, but I'll keep trying.
Bad enough when he was just drugs.
Move along. An augmented tourist. Welcome. If I were you, I'd stay away from the other parts of Prague. They are less tolerant.
You'll find that people in the old quarter are more tolerant of you augmented. Mostly.
In Old City, only the color of your credits is important. Mostly.
Since the bombings, even those people willing to help Augs are being more careful. Hobos, Augs, prostitutes. City is falling apart.
Another drink. You want a drink, baby?
So what's it like?
Hi there. Yes, I'm looking
Hey,
for
in 2
the
days.
part of town with entertainment.
We call it the red light district.
That way, right?
No, over there. Except it's closed right now. It opens after sunset.
Thanks.
Have fun. It may not show, but I am as nervous as a something. Big board meeting today. Could mean a big promotion for me. Strange. It would never have been possible just a few years ago. You know, with you Augs around.
I'm glad we decided to go ahead with our vacation. Prague is such a lovely city, and we've had to deal with surprisingly few delays
Another
because of
drink.
the,
You want a
the
drink,
troubles.
baby?
I mean, buildings blowing up are worrying, but I think the threat has really been
earlier.
Nestává se často, že by někdo augmentovaný oslovil někoho cizího. Teda už ne. Vy asi nebudete turista. Cestování je dneska pro Augy hodně složitý. A je jedno, co mají za povolení.
Jestli to takhle půjde dál, turistický ruch půjde do kopru. Teroristický útoky v pražských ulicích, to neprospěje obchodu.
Enough problems already. I
hope you're enjoying the sights while you can. I don't think Augs will be allowed free run of the city much longer.
Nobody collects your pieces.
I may not agree with it, but I will uphold the law when it comes down. Have a nice day.
Years, CDs will be trendy again. I can't understand how someone can be so resistant to change. My sister is a huge Naya Ashia King fan. I can't wait to tell her that the concert here in Prague is sold out. That's going to be so much fun.
Mám ti to zopakovat? Já anglicky neumím.
I can't believe how fast technology changes. Just when you get used to something, it's replaced.
No jasně, to je pravda.
Well, it certainly is nice to see some of you augmented are still doing well for themselves.
Disgusting.
I was beginning to think you were all unemployed
My
or
brother
prostitutes.
is in love with one of your kind. I no longer take my children to his house. Augmentation, split up families. That is the most unnatural thing.
What? You don't want me to take special interest in you, Og. HQ doesn't like us to rough up planks where tourists can see. But I'm sure I could find a nice quiet spot if necessary.
To se mi nějak nezdá.
My goodness.
I hope not, no. If you're hoping to buy something from me, you're out of luck. I'm closed right now, sorry.
Do not mind me, I was just leaving.
What is it?
Access granted.
I'm sorry.
Well, take care of it. I may have to tolerate you Augs in this quarter, but I don't have to like it.
No trouble, right? I hope you're enjoying the sights while you can. I don't think Augs will be allowed free run of the city much
Who would
longer.
even listen to that crap?
I may not agree with it, but I will uphold the law when it comes down. Have a nice day.
As far as I'm concerned, there are more important things than a few tainted credits
can't deal
from
with
some
this.
Blank. Move.
There's going to be a candlelight vigil next Monday in front of the former limb clinic. It would be really nice if the augmented people of this city could count on your support.
Will you please stop trying to enlist me in your activism?
Aug rights is no different from gay rights, women's rights, or any other kind. We have to wake people up, shake them out of their indifference.
I agree with everything you are saying. But believe it or not, I have other priorities in my life. I work in a soup kitchen twice a month. I collect blankets. I donate to charities. I do enough already. It is impossible to try and save everything and everyone at once. Impossible. I would only be killing myself.
You poor man. It must be terrible knowing that this entire city wants to get rid of you. I think you're very brave. I donated $300 to ARC last year. So you see, I'm right here, fighting in the trenches with you.
Your life is simple. You don't have a choice but to stand up for Aug rights. I'm in the upper class, so I have to decide which causes to support and which to ignore.
I'm nervous about leaving the main street because I'm afraid of getting attacked.
If it's any consolation, the smaller streets are less likely to get hit by a terrorist bomb because they have less people.
That is not a consolation. Christ. Are you trying to make me afraid all the time?
I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm afraid all the time too.
You've made me scared to leave my house. Why? I never did anything to you.
You wouldn't understand what it's like to try and help people. Your body has no feelings.
I need medication to keep myself from having anxiety attacks. But at least I know my racing heart is made of real flesh.
Take a look in the mirror. You're not what you were born into this world to be.
I don't know you, and I don't want to know you.
Centrálo, pořád čekám na další šichtu.
So my client beat him to death with a baseball bat. In front of a cop?
Městu vládnou
How are you going to spin that one in court? I don't have to. The police officer is prepared to testify that it was self-defense. The shopkeeper pulled the knife on my client first, and during the altercation, the knife fell through a sewer grate.
Oh, I get it. Your client and the cop have a pre-existing business arrangement. Nice.
Ahoj. Už ani oddělení.
I should give you my card. Sooner or later, every org in this city needs a lawyer.
The mob runs this city for two simple reasons.
Hey, we got multi-tools for sale inside.
Stop. Identification is like stepping back in time. Even the owner is an antique.
I did go in once, just to see. But I ran right out again because I came face to face with this creepy-looking og woman.
That would be the old man's daughter. He adores her. I can't for the life of me understand why.
You're kidding. A man trapped in the past has a fanatical transhumanist for a daughter?
I'm fine.
I bet
I'm
Sunday
fine.
dinner at their house is lots of fun.
I wasn't in the train station when it
You
happened.
see, here comes another one. Unusual people in
The
the
bank
city.
is nowhere near the train
Sometimes
station.
I wonder what their stories
You
are.
live in a town with a population of 800 people.
What are you
but
doing
here
in
things
front
are
of a
more spread
watchmaker
out.
shop?
I gotta
Is your
go. Give
internal
my best
clock
to Pablo.
malfunctioning?
Love you.
I
Bye.
bet there are things in your biography that would scare me.
Going to hell. After the bombing, the phones were tied up forever. I never got a chance to call my family. I have the typical Eastern European mother. She's glad about the train station bombing because it gives her an excuse to worry.
It's obvious what Ogs care about. Themselves. That's why they have to make themselves artificially better than everybody else.
For outcasts like Richard, those who feel exiled from others who can no longer connect, imagine communities fill an essential need. Do not judge them harshly. I hope you do not think badly of magic now.
Listen to that garbage.
Yes, since 2017. However, this particular building was completed in 2024, and since then has acted as the head office.
Very impressive. It has also been recognized as a heritage site.
Absolutely. You're welcome to go inside and visit. Well, the lobby at least, it does remain a bank. Restricted areas are off limits.
Of course. Unless I decide to open an account. Thank you.
Pleasure, sir.
Money or gold or anything, it only stores data?
That's right. In any form it takes. Hard drives, archival papers, prototypes, proprietary research, sensitive items.
So if I want to find out all about the company's dirty secrets or commit industrial espionage, all I have to do is break into Palisade Bank?
That's not as easy as you think. Believe me. And even if you do pull off that miracle, you'll have to look over your shoulder for the rest of your life.
Welcome to Palisade Property Bank. Sir? Welcome to the Palisade Property Bank, sir. The lobby is open for visiting. The receptionist inside will be able to answer all your questions.
Absolutely secure. Data extractors have never breached the lava wall.
Hackers are everywhere. Not here?
Exactly. Of course, physical security is also paramount, and Tarvos has an impeccable reputation.
They were affiliated with Bell Tower, yes?
Formally, yes, but so were most security companies before the incident. Why don't I schedule a meeting for you with our accounts manager? He can answer all your concerns and start the application process.
Yes. Why don't we do that? Thank you. A pleasure, sir.
And you make sure nobody ever tries to rob us again.
I'm the executive officer in charge of security for an entire multinational conglomerate. You do not want to get in my face. You'd better not work here, because I'm going to talk to someone and get your ass fired.
Your corporate vault has been prepared. Data transfer may begin whenever you wish. Mr. Oshiro has also provided an executive safe in one of the vault rooms under the name that was provided.
Masa. Always so mysterious. It is my wife's name.
Yes. Sub-level security room has our up-to-date security passwords.
Good. Haven't heard from mezzanine level or the corporate vault basement yet.
Can you get confirmation from IT?
I could, but they would only be able to confirm sending out the codes.
Doesn't protocol include that each hub acknowledge receiving security updates?
In a perfect world, everyone would follow procedures to the letter. But this isn't a perfect world. I'll see what I can find out.
Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Udalet complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to keep the rights of the augmented world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, with the good
Clear. Taking up post.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
In the hands of irresponsible journalists, underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut collective. The list of vigilante hackers for exposing fake money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however,
Access granted.
these hackers leave in their wake. Last year, the collective shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transport from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud. In Russia, hacked combat drones and and in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the classified corporate documents, causing several.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classic corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite what it praises the underground media.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Pardon me?
Do you mind?
No worries whatsoever. Pardon me? No worries whatsoever. The whole building exudes a sense of fortification. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I've had my company's valuables in here since Palisade first opened its doors, and my confidence in their security has only grown.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Palisade. May I help you?
Not sure. Never been to a property bank?
I see. Well, we are the premier secure corporate archive in the world. We offer a number of services, including ultra-secure corporate vaults, as well as executive safes for smaller accounts. Exclusivity, anonymity, and security are the cornerstones and our greatest selling point.
Makes sense that security is a major concern for your clients.
Oh, yes. Everything at Palisade is state-of-the-art. Security measures are audited regularly, and Tavos is a very well-respected private security firm. Would there be anything else?
Your executive safes are available to anyone?
Well, we do have an exclusive clientele, and the application process is rigorous. Despite this, almost all our safes are currently occupied.
Your client list must be very impressive.
It is. Mostly they are held by executives from our client companies, but some select individuals have been approved as well.
But with the same high security standards, I hope.
Oh, of course. And access to the executive safe room is restricted. Clients must use their assigned personalized keycards to gain entry.
That's all? Sounds a little simple.
It's a little bit more involved. The keycard also switches off all automated security measures within the vault. Lasers and sentries and the like. All very high-tech.
I think I'd like to see the account manager.
I'm sorry, Mr. Romanek is unavailable at the moment.
How big are the corporate vaults? Doesn't seem like this building would hold that many.
Oh, quite big in fact. We call them container vaults. Like shipping containers. Our storage facility is actually right under our feet. Quite an impressive sight.
Underground, makes sense. Great security feature.
Absolutely. In addition, they are only visited by appointment and require the use of a client's keycard to access.
So, this is a data haven?
Well, we don't use that term here, but yes. We archive highly sensitive materials and documents for some of the most powerful businesses and people in the world. No worries about corporate espionage here.
Or government subpoenas.
Our international clientele do tend to disagree with the stance of their local governments as it pertains to corporate rights, let's say.
So they take advantage of this country's more pro-business legislation?
Mm-hmm. I suppose that's one way of looking at it, if you were a cynic. I prefer to think that our clients shouldn't have to deal with small-minded anti-capitalist bureaucracies if they can avoid it.
Thanks for the information.
So?
Julian is not acting like himself. Ever since the Palisade Bank fired him, he's been so angry and withdrawn. Yes, I thought so too, but I was just upstairs and he's not home. I'm worried he's already going through with it. Oh, I didn't tell you? I overheard Julian talking to one of his former co-workers. This man installed the security system for the bank and was fired along with Julian. They were planning something. I think they're going to break into the bank. I heard Julian tell this man that he wants the bank to learn a lesson in humility. That no one fires the most gifted mechanical engineer in Prague and gets away with it. Please, I have my own problems to worry about right now. Could you bother someone else?
What was the tracking?